do you even dare to put the flag on anymore, honestly? Because it feels like, I don't know, every other week someone's getting into serious trouble over a piece of cloth. Our flag. I mean, it's gotten to the point where putting up the Joler Gemelang should be a point of pride, right? But now it just feels like walking on eggshells. Just a few days back, remember, we had that whole uproar, the school flag incident, and then that whole OKU card comment from a politician, referring to persons with disabilities that stirred up so much heat. You'd really think after all that, everyone would be like super careful. But nope, here we are again.
Indeed. And this latest event, it unfolded up in Kepala Batas, Penang. It involved a hardware store there, a really short video, maybe 20 seconds. It showed the flag being held upside down. And, well, it went viral almost instantly, just like that. Ignited a whole new round of public chatter and pretty swift political reactions, too, right across the country. Now, the owner, Mr. Fong, he did clarify things. He said it was a genuine mistake. Regrettable, obviously, but an accident. It happened apparently while they were measuring a pole, to display the flag properly.
Yeah.
He stated quite clearly it was corrected immediately. But only the before part, the upside down part, that's the clip that circulated.
Of course, only the bad part.
Exactly. He even went and lodged a police report himself, trying to clarify his intentions, apologize for the whole misunderstanding.
Yeah, but it makes you wonder, doesn't it? In this kind of climate, things escalating so fast. How do you feel about putting up our flag right now? Seriously, tell us what you think. Because as soon as this thing hit the internet, the politicians certainly didn't wait long to jump in, did they?
No, they didn't. And that's
Right.
that's a really valid concern you raise. It clearly struck a nerve. What's kind of fascinating, in a way, is just how quickly these public incidents, especially involving the flag, draw these really significant political responses. They often end up amplifying the original event. These reactions are quite diverse, and they really show that symbols like the Jalur Gemilang, they're meant to unite, sure, but lately they've become these incredibly sensitive flashpoints. Even minor incidents can just blow up into national debates.
Right, and you saw that immediately, like with per tem State Assemblyman Dato Seri Rizal Merrick. He was straight down to lodge a police report, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Saying it doesn't matter who's involved, these things must be investigated, learn a lesson, uphold the flag's dignity, all that.
Yes, that was one immediate reaction. And then you have the UMNO youth chief, Dr. Akmal Saleh. He didn't really mince his words. He brought up that previous controversy again, sarcastically asking if this person was disabled too. And he went further, called for public boycotts of the hardware store, even said, quite publicly, that he'd personally go to the shop to, quote, teach the owners how to hang the flag properly. He even invited others to join him. It's a very assertive stance, almost confrontational, you could say.
Wow, okay. That sounds intense. For what's claimed to be an accident, is that kind of response like normal now? Or is it telling us something deeper about where things are politically?
Well, it certainly shows how quickly national symbols can become focal points for much broader political expression and maneuvering. But then conversely, you had the Democratic Action Party's National Vice Organizing Secretary, Li Xiancheng. He condemned Akmal's approach pretty strongly, called it indirect intimidation, provocative, argued it just tears at social unity. He basically urged everyone to let the authorities handle the investigation, stick to rational discussion. Reminded people that fundamentally all Malaysians love their country.
A very different take.
Very different. And similarly, the Minister of National Unity, Dato Aaron Ago Degang, he also weighed in. He called for swift and firm police action, yes, but he specifically referenced the law, the 1963 emblem and Names Prevention of Improper Use Act, Act 414. That act makes improper display of the flag a legal offense. So he was underlining that this isn't just about feelings, it's about the law, and the flag as a symbol of sovereignty and unity for everyone.
Right, so the law's there, the political reactions are, well, they're loud. But there's another angle, too, isn't there? Something we maybe forget.
Yeah.
For a lot of businesses, hanging flags isn't just like a burst of patriotic feeling. It's often encouraged, sometimes even required by the local councils, right? Especially around national months.
Yes, that's a very important point, yes.
So it puts businesses in this really tough spot. You're told to display it, maybe even required to. But if you make one tiny mistake, an honest human error, bang! You risk this massive public backlash, boycotts, political pylons. It feels like there's this growing gap between, patriotic duty and just the reality of public scrutiny, especially with social media amplifying everything.
It absolutely raises a crucial question. How do we actually foster genuine respect for our national symbols? How do we do that without, accidentally creating this climate of fear or just over politicizing every single unintentional slip up? The goal, really, as the People's Justice Party Youth Wing Chief Mohammed Kamil pointed out, it should always be about fostering unity, about education, not allowing these incidents to just become ammo for political provocation. That doesn't help anyone in the long run.
Unity in education versus fear in politics. Something to think about. Remember to like and subscribe for more.